Cool. So, people ask me about prejuvenation, and it's written about a lot online. Do you believe in it? Like, what types of prejuvenation are possible, in your opinion?
Yeah, so I actually had to look up the term. I guess it's like a trendy thing, and I wasn't on the trend, but I looked it up and I was like, what's prejuvenation? And it's all about prevention. So definitely a super like proponent of prevention. So my understanding is that, with the idea of prejuvenation is to do treatments to maintain your look and maintain your youthful skin, your healthy skin before it turns to sun
Right.
damage or lines or wrinkles. So I definitely support that. So things I love are like, for 100%, I tell every patient who comes in, skincare, sunscreen, retinol. Like
Yeah.
you need to, you just, if you're going to come in and you're going to get any procedure like Botox, you want to follow that with clear skin and healthy skin. So definitely skincare is really important. And as far as like injectables, definitely it's a controversy, maybe like how young or when you would start an injectable. And my party line is starting when you just maybe start to see lines forming.
Hmm.
I don't think that, if you have no lines at all, like, and nothing there, that you really need to like get started just at that point. But maybe when you start to see like just the hint of it, you're like, I gotta get in. Because actually at that point, as you know, it's those fine lines are somewhat reversible if you're consistent with Botox or toxin.
Yeah.
And another thing that I'm noticing as far as prejuvenation is that there's a lot of like mid-face volume loss, which
Right.
occurs not only when you're at an advanced age, but actually can start as early as 30. If you're, athletic, if you have a,
Sure.
thin build, mid-face starts to fall really, early. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So I guess,
What are
do
your
you
thoughts?
think that a filler can be preventative? Because I get asked that sometimes, and I guess I have, pressed no. Uh, I don't think that I agree with you 100% on all the skincare and the neuromodulators. I think that you're absolutely right. But with filler, I tell people that I don't think there's really much prejuvenation there. Some people say, well, if you're injecting filler deep, it may kind of stretch the muscle a little bit. And some people think that that's maybe strengthening it. Others say, well, it's maybe weakening it. I don't know, but I just haven't seen enough evidence to make me believe that using filler is going to prevent something from happening. I mean, I think of it more as sort of concealing something that's already happened. But I mean, do you agree with that, or do you think that there's something prejuvenating about certain types of filler or how they're placed?
Yeah, so I think there is something rejuvenating about it, but it depends on how it's placed. So if you're doing periosteal injections right to the bone, I don't think there's much. I think that's rejuvenation, but not necessarily you're building anything for the future. But injecting, well, now we're finding that even with like something like radias that incite collagen growth, and so my feeling is on that is if you're using something like a cannula or even with a needle technique and fanning or putting it in the dermis or the superficial subq, that you are inciting a injury repair process,
Yeah.
so that your body does, as it's taking away the filler or processing the filler, it is also signaling your body to build collagen. With super thin fillers like those, or like dilute radius, or Restylane Refine, fanning that through the superficial, like the dermis, I think that over time it does build collagen. So I think it can. I think it depends on the technique and what the patient needs. So it's
Yeah.
not always, you can't come in and say, I want the prejuvenation version, you know.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree. And I guess some people make that argument for thread lifting as well, that those tracks of collagen, I mean, it's really scar tissue, but I guess it's maybe disorderly collagen to some degree, but it's still
Right.
nonetheless maybe collagen. And so, yeah, maybe there is something to be said for that having some prejuvenating, I don't know, qualities. So yeah, that's an interesting discussion.